Yes, hi, hello, and welcome back to Be Intellectual. I'm kicking off my Uncomfortable Places segment with a discussion about raunch and hookup culture. I've recently just watched a new documentary on Netflix called Liberated, The New Sexual Revolution, and boy, was I shook. If you have not seen that documentary, I strongly suggest you go see it. It puts a lot of things in perspective and it makes you do a lot of self-reflection, okay? So it's all about college students on spring break at PCB having a good time. It follows around different college men and women of all different ages, and they demonstrate and discuss how easy it is to hook up with each other without even knowing each other's first name. So the first scene is a beach party. Everyone's having a good time. Women are making out with women, making out with men, showing their boobs. Men forcibly grabbing on these women, and it's no big deal because they're at a party, right? One of the men that was being interviewed in this documentary literally breaks down how easy it is to just go hook up with anyone he wants to. He asked the camera to, hey, follow me. And he's like, all you gotta do is just tell them that you like them or something like, oh, I like your bathing suit, or oh, I like your smile, and they'll basically do whatever you want. And that's exactly what happened. Then he goes on to say that he wants some culture in his life and he wants some chocolate, and he goes to a group of black women, does the same thing with almost the same pickup line and had the same result. Some girl like kissed him and it was just fine, okay? It was crazy. It was so crazy for me to watch. It was just wild. And another guy that's being interviewed in this documentary actually took a freshman girl's virginity, didn't even know her name, had the nerve to call her and convinced her, literally, it took him a while, but he convinced her to hook up with him again, like the next day. And he doesn't even remember her name. And he just goes on to say how spring break in college is just about how many women you can sleep with. For men, that's it. It's the number of women that you can sleep with that matters. That's it, that is all. Because if you go back to college and say that you didn't hook up with anyone, then you're considered lame or a loser or this or that, which was so heartbreaking for me to watch, because spring break is for you to get away from finals and to just that, have a break. I mean, yeah, have a good time and get hammered, but I mean, take a break from school, you know, like not to have a contest with people that are either there or not there. One of the biggest scenes that stuck with me though was one of the girls that was being interviewed. Her and her friend entered into a bikini contest. Fine, innocent. And she goes on to say that when they got there, they were being oiled up like a piece of like steak, and it became less and less fun because there's more pressure to be more sexual than just have fun. After she got done doing her little modeling thing, the male host on stage got the crowd to start chanting, take it off, to take her top off. At first, she politely declined, but when her no got stronger and stronger, the crowd began to boo her, which is just so crazy to me, because, and it's crazy and it's not, because this is the life that we live in now, I guess, because women and men are constantly being pressured by media and social media and their peers to have sex with as many people as you can, or to be this skinny, or to have this type of body. Sex sells, so if you're not pretty, then you're not going to make it in this life, which is very discouraging to women, because we are taught at a very young age to respect our body and to not let anyone get near our body, because our body is a temple. But as you get older, your body is just really a thing for people to enjoy, whether they have your consent or not. And it's just crazy. It's just crazy. That's the words I have to say. Like, this is just so crazy. And a different woman that was being interviewed in this documentary said that, you know, why can't women do the same thing as men? You know, we have needs too. We just want to have, you know, sex. Don't really want to have a relationship involved, you know, which I understand that. But she just doesn't want to be looked at as like a slut or a whore because she's doing exactly what men are doing. Another woman said that love doesn't exist. What? She blatantly was like, love doesn't exist. What is love? Love does not exist. We're young. We're here for a good time. Like, you're never going to find love in this life, basically. And so just to have sex with as many as you want to, because you're not going to find love. It made me really sad when that girl said that love doesn't exist, that you're never going to find love, because that's not true. With the rise of social media and technology, because we're constantly bombarded with hypersexualized images all the time, with commercials, stars are doing it, rap songs, it's everywhere. It's so hard to get away from. And in my opinion, us young people have literally either lost how to make personal connections, or just don't actually make the attempt to make these personal connections, because we're always connected to our phone. We always have someone else that we can go talk to, and we just don't have the time or the patience or don't want to form, relationships and personal connections. And they don't even have to be intimate relationships. Just get to know somebody before you let them into your body. Like, we just don't do that anymore because we don't have to. Oh, they're attractive, they find me attractive, that's all we need. So of course, if you are constantly doing that, then yeah, I can see how you have the mindset of love that doesn't exist, because you're actually not seeking those relationships. You're not even putting forth the effort to have one of those relationships. And like, personally, I do not participate in the hookup culture. I never have, I never will, and I have even gotten pressure to do so. My friends have made fun of me because they think I'm weird that I don't do that, and it's hard. It's very hard, because sometimes I'm like, all right, fine, like, I'll just do this, but I just know that your body is your temple, and the more you give it away, the less value it has. The more you give it away, the less respect people have for you. I just say, don't let outside factors dictate what you do. Don't let outside factors change who you are. I am a firm believer of staying true to yourself, because you're a lot happier and people respect you more if you stay true to who you are. And I know as a young person, we are constantly on our phones. We have technology literally everywhere, anywhere and everywhere, but we have got to put boundaries on how long we're spending time on our phones and social media. Clean up who we are following, because it's poisoning our minds. Clean up even our own profiles, because yes, we have advanced, but we haven't advanced that much where employers are still going to look at what you're doing on social media. So if you are posting these scantily clad photos, they will not hire you. Or if you're posting, hoes this, I smashed this, hoe that, they're not going to hire you, because you have no respect for yourself and the people around you. We've got to wake up as young people, because yes, it's a good thing, but it's so detrimental to our mental health, to our futures, and everything. We're not gonna sit here and eat ice cream and cookies and desserts 3 days a week, 3 days a day, 3 times a day, every day of the week, because we'll be fat, no, we're not gonna do that. We'll be fat and healthy, this and that. We take pride of, what we're eating. Our generation is really kicked off this whole clean eating green, organic eating, the veganism. We are the leaders of any trend that has happened thus far. Our generation has put that in motion. And so if we're not going to sit here and, poison our bodies with dessert and alcohol all day, every day, why would you do the same thing to your mind? What you're looking at on social media, who you follow, subconsciously is poisoning your mind, because it's showing you, like, you're supposed to look like this, you're supposed to do this like that, act like this, do this. And that's not how you really are. It's not truly who you are. And so, do you, always be you. And if you find yourself succumbing to the pressures of media and social media, then it's time to take a break. And it's time to put the phone down, close the laptop, go outside, go for a run, meditate. I don't care. Whatever you do to clean and cleanse your mind is what you need to do when you're feeling like you have to, act this way. Just always stay true to yourself. Yeah, sex sells, and that's fantastic, but inner beauty and self-confidence sells way more and gets you to higher places than sex or your body ever will. And you'll feel, respected and confident, and people will just be in awe of you because you're radiating such, natural, genuine, organic beauty. And you stand out from the crowd. I just think that keep them wanting more. Keep them wanting more. And that is it, and that is all.